Good afternoon, everybody. All righty. I think it's important. David used one word in his little talk right there, and I purposely got him off the mic before he's going to give me any introduction whatsoever about what I've done or what I've been able to do. I'll give you the short Cliff Note versions of it. I ended up playing 12 years in the big leagues. That was cool. I'm in my 10th year now at the MLB Network, and I think that's cool as well. And there's something that I've done for the 22 years is something that my dad told me about a while ago. It's also a word that David mentioned, and that's effort. I don't think anyone here can accuse myself or my brother or this organization of not putting in an effort in this facility, the location, and anything we could imagine right there. We came to this conclusion years and years and years ago. We have a complex in Aberdeen, Maryland, one in Myrtle Beach, and now this one here in Pigeon Forge. We knew what it was like to walk out on a big league field. We knew what it was like to go out in Fenway the first time and look at that green monster and go, wow. We knew what it was like to go out into Yankee Stadium for the first time. It just seemed so colorful and magical. We also understand the reality of baseball. Not everybody gets to experience that. So we thought, wouldn't it be cool if guys that were 10 years old, 12 years old, could experience something that we experienced, and we hope that we have you guys walk out here sometime and go, man, that was really, really cool. We understand the reality. Sometimes a 13-year-old plays 1 year, he never plays the game of baseball again at 14. But if we can create a memory and an experience that they can draw back on, that's growing the love of baseball, and that's what we set out to do. That's the effort that we put forward. Since the weather's pretty good right here, I might go a little bit longer than I normally would, because I think when I was sitting over there, this all wouldn't be possible without our father. We lost our father 19 years ago. Still not easy to this day. But Dad passed along some things to us that we want to try to measure, try to put into words of what he was about and how he taught baseball and how it can actually be applied in regular day life. The first thing we truly believe in here at Ripken Baseball is we want to keep things simple. Keep it simple. We as coaches, I'm guilty as well, have been on a youth field and has had little Johnny in this batter's box, and there's big Jimmy on the mound throwing a billion, right? And little Johnny in this box gets yelled at by the third base coach to step out. He checks him out. Coach says something about, okay, keep your front shoulder in, watch where your hands are, watch your stride. Jimmy's throwing a billion. So little Johnny's sitting there worried about all these three different things. Strike one. He forgot about the most important thing, and that's see the ball. My father in a big league game in the coaching box, you could come up to this batter's box with a man on second and 2 outs. There's no reason in the world to look down at the third base coach with a man on second and 2 outs. But senior would yell, hey, you turn around and look, and he'd go, see the ball come up to home plate, and then hit it. We do all the drills for right reasons. We want to perfect swings. We want to give the kids practice. But when the game starts, if we can't keep it simple and we overcomplicated it, my father did that in a big league game against big league pitchers, right? And we do it for the right reason. We want our kids to succeed, even if it's not our kid. We put the time and effort into it, but sometimes taking one step back might actually help the kid during a tense time. Let's simplify things. A double play to end the game at the big leagues, first and third, protecting a 1-out or 1-run lead, 1 out in the 9th inning, 6-4-3 double play. One of the coolest things to be a part of. I enjoyed it. Catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. It's 5 simple parts. If we don't catch the ground ball to begin with, the other 4 parts go away. I can get as deep and as complicated as you wish in the game of baseball. But if we don't do if we don't execute the little things, we'll never be able to execute the big things. So keep that in mind. The second thing we like to do is we like to celebrate the individual. Everybody's different. There's not 2 people sitting out there, not 2 people sitting over here or standing over here that are exactly the same. Even if you have an identical twin, you're not exactly the same. Now, for the kids that are 10 and 12 years old, probably don't remember the fact that I even played. Certainly, they might not remember Cal played. But coaches and parents might know Cal had 417,000 different stances at home plate. He stood in this batter's box in some of the most ridiculous ways that you can imagine. But he found success and he found a way to do it. There's fundamentals we believe in at Ripken Baseball, but we also want to celebrate the individual. If you bring me a kid that stands in the batter's box with his stand straight up and down, and this man is raking, guess what? This man can swing like that. Now, if he's not raking, we might have to make some adjustments. But the beautiful thing about this game, different shapes, different sizes can play it, and they're allowed to play it. And if we celebrate the fact that everybody's individual, we don't have to shoehorn anybody into one specific way. Third thing we like to believe in at Ripken Baseball is explain the why. If we explain the why, we're teachers and not tellers. I got 4 kids of my own. Ages 24, 21, 18, and 15. Parents, have I told them to do something before and my kids have said why, and what do I say back to them? Because I said so. Right, I'm a dictator at home. You asked me a question on a baseball field. I got a pretty good chance to give you the reason why I'm telling you to do something instead of just telling and dictating what actually happens. If we teach, we have a chance to get these young men to buy into what we're doing. If we tell with no explanation and something goes wrong, then we're going to lose them for a little bit. So I think it's important for all of us moving forward, if we're good teachers and good communicators, I think we have a better chance to make a connection. And lastly, David talked about it. Let's have some fun. Let's make it fun. This game is called baseball, and it's game. It's not called baseball work. If we get fortunate enough later in life to move up the ladder, maybe play collegiate baseball, or even get drafted, play minor leagues, and then go to the big leagues, the game will get serious enough then. But for now, we should have a really good time as we do it. We should enjoy this experience, meet other people. All these different states represented here is the coolest thing ever. I believe that. I know I dated myself when I told you my kid's age. First time I was out of state playing baseball, I believe I was 16. These guys get to do it now at 10. Different experiences around this country, and all of it can be good if we can draw on those things. And I must say, when I end with this, is, guys, the effort part certainly is going to go from David, Kate, Matt, and the entire staff here. I guarantee you, this staff assembled here will give you a good effort. Sometimes things go wrong in this game. God forbid rain roll in here when everybody just goes bat something crazy because of the weather. The effort is going to be given by these guys, no question about it right here. No one's out to get you. We want everybody to have the greatest experience they can. No question about that. There will be errors made on this field. There will be strikeouts happening at home plate, and yes, there will be a blown call or two by the men in blue. No one is doing this on purpose. They're all still trying to provide an effort, so don't be that guy. If you've been that guy, then I'll end, because I've probably been a part of that in my kids' sports world, that says something they probably shouldn't have said. How do you feel for the next 24 hours? How do you feel for the next 48 hours? How's mama look at you guys when you do something that might be a little crazy? I'm not excluding the mamas either. Mamas, stay in check, because I'm sure your man's going to look at you the same way. Make sure you guys can control an effort as well. We're going to do our very best to make this week the very best for you guys.